India is the second most populous country in the world and the largest democracy on our planet. That's why being a really influencing country and a powerful growing economy, it really matters about Indian point of view and how it affects modern world, modern geopolitics. The Indian position is especially important towards the Ukrainian question. So in this video I would like to walk on the streets of Kolkata, try to interview and speak to a few different people and figure out what actually they know about Ukraine and what they stand for. So I just met intelligent young people over here on the main field in Kolkata. There you can see the Victoria Memorial, St. Paul's Church, and here is a nice field where people just hang out. And as I understand, this is your class tour for a weekend, yeah?
Yes.
So tell me, like, what are you planning to do today?
So we are here to play cricket and football for physical fitness, and then we will go to Victoria and explore there many things, and we will teach these people history, that how Victoria, Miss Victoria was there, teaching them how Victoria has cleaned this area, and we will teach all the historical things, and we will come again there and eat some food, eat some meal, and then we will play again, and then we go to our home.
Nice. It's worth to tell that Kolkata used to be the capital of British Raj here.
Yes.
That's why the city prospered a lot in the 19th century, and it's really good to know that you are learning history. So
You know many things about
yeah. So since I am from Ukraine, like, do you learn something about the history of Europe? Maybe something about Ukraine?
In our country, we learn about Renaissance, and not about only for our history. Only have Britain things, not about European and Union. Nothing that type of things.
What about the modern history? Like, what you know about the events now happening in my country?
I will tell you. We teach. We learn only World War I and II, and then Haryana civilization and other many things. But European Union, I think I have only learned in geography that Europe is a country where all the people live very peacefully, and in Europe the Union, क्या नाम है? UNESCO? नहीं.
European Union, EU.
European Union.
Yeah.
30 countries are there, and they are very have a strong unity. And if you attack one country, all countries will stand with that country and help this country. And I like these things, because if we have a weakest people and the strongest people attack on the weakest people, if the other people will not help, the weakest people will lose the game. But if many people help and together, we can win the game.
This is actually true. This is in fact what happened in Ukraine, right? Because Ukraine was attacked by Russia, and European Union countries actually helped.
There is also a history in Ukraine and Russia's war, because Russia tells that Ukraine was when Russia was the USSR. When Russia was USSR, Ukraine under the Russia.
Yeah.
But when USSR was declined, when they are cut in many areas, then Ukraine has democratic.
Yeah.
That's why Russia has taken stand that we will attack all the countries, and we will make again USSR, and we will be strong in the world. That's why the reason Russia was attacking all the countries.
Yeah. So they don't like other countries deciding what to do by themselves. Yeah.
This is a wrong thing.
Yeah.
If you think that you have more powerful than having area, that's a wrong thing.
Yeah.
You will powerful with the power of humanity. If you have a humanity power, then we will be the strongest people in the world.
Exactly.
Strongest democracy and the country in the world if you have humanity power.
And I think India is a good example here, being a very diverse country, you know, very having the complicated
India,
history, and now being like united,
Yes.
actually establishing the largest democracy in the world.
India as a country has not attacked any country from 10,000 years.
Okay. Yeah.
India is a very peaceful country, and India has a rule that if someone we helping other country, and India has a rule, if someone pokes us, then we will take a stand, and then we will attack. If someone is trying to poking us, then we will talk. If they attack us, like China was attacking on Siachen, then Indian army was taking stand and maar murga phad diya.
Let's pray that there will not be a reason to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of
Thank
you.
you very much, my friend.
Yes.
It's a great, meaningful conversation. And I wish have a pleasant day to all your friends here. Okay, guys, thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day. I just want to tell that by walking on the streets of Kolkata, people are, curious. Who am I? Where I'm from? They approach me, and usually the first question is, "Where are you from?" So I proudly tell that I'm from Ukraine, obviously, and then they exercise, dual feelings, because first of all, they definitely know about Ukraine, but the view in India is kind of controversial. It's not the same as it is in Ukraine or in the countries of a Western world. I even heard in one of the conversations is that currently we have a house war in Ukraine. That's how they call the civil war, and that was like a shock for me. Like can it really be like this? Obviously not. So then we started a discussion with some facts. And then it goes from there. So in general, India takes very not. So in general, India doesn't really go along with any of the sides. It's not really condemning Russia, but it's also not supporting Ukraine openly. And this is very important, how you form the public opinion in the second most populous country and the number one largest democracy in the world, because this really affects. So I believe that people in India really feel for Ukrainians. However, because of already positive build-up relations with Russia, they don't want to ruin them. And very, very similar approach I have noticed in nearby Bangladesh, where people not only kind of not taking sides, but they rather even support Russia in Bangladesh because of the historical reasons. So what I'm trying to do with such visits is, first of all, try to understand what people think and know. Then also build some kind of discussion and provide information.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, good. Yes, blog.
Right from?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
You like Ukraine?
Yeah,
Nice.
I like Ukraine.
I like India very much too.
Yeah,
What do you know about Ukraine?
I'm going to Ukraine.
You are going.
Yeah,
Ah.
my dream is Ukraine going.
What you have to do is you have to go on YouTube, look for my name, Orest Zup, on YouTube, Orest Zup, like
Orest
forest.
Zup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And contact me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And guys, in the meantime, you can do the same. You can subscribe on this channel if you didn't do so before. Orest Zup on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, Orest Zup. Thank you. Good luck.
Welcome. Okay.
See you in Ukraine.
Okay.
Actually, not long time ago, one of the most prominent Indian travel bloggers, Wishnu, the traveler, visited me in my native city, Lviv, in Ukraine. So I believe it's very, very relevant to insert our conversation on his points of view about Ukraine into this video. And this will complement the entire topic of relations between India and Ukraine. Please check it out and enjoy. India is the largest country in the world, and somehow it is still standing neutral in terms of the relation to war in Ukraine.
Right.
So basically it's not accusing Russia openly, but at the same time, as I understand, it's not providing like the clear support of the aggression as like some other countries out
Right.
there, right? So first of all, guys, we are in Lviv and I'm honored to have as guest Wishnu here. Wishnu, it's my pleasure to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Wishnu is a famous Indian travel blogger, and somehow our life has put us together here in Lviv.
I'm so grateful to you, brother.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for me it's very interesting because first of all, as the ambassador of Ukraine, ambassador of Lviv, I am very grateful that you eventually came here during such difficult
Yeah.
circumstances. So it's my chance to show you around Lviv, about Ukraine, help as much as possible. But also this provides a very unique opportunity for me to speak with someone who is from the completely different society. You know, like in Ukraine, we are exposed to the Western
Right.
culture and media, and you know, we do the cooperation with Americans, with Europeans.
Yeah.
But there is very, very little contact with India, basically.
Yeah.
And Indian role is vital in this huge global conflict.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you first, like what people in India think generally about the war in Ukraine.
Okay, so the thing is, this is not just one question I would have difficult in answering, because India is a very big country and everybody has their own opinions, because India is diverse, everybody thinks in own different way. But from my own experience, I think India has no problem with any of these two countries, Ukraine and Russia. India wants to be, have good relation with everybody. That's what I think. I'm not a diplomat, or I don't know what exactly the government is thinking in their behalf. But from my experience, I feel India wants to be neutral. India wants to be, in support of everybody. India is not saying that we want war. India is saying that war should finish. But also India, in some way, they're also supporting Russia. That can be the reason of business, because India and Russia are the very big trade partners. A lot of oil come from Russia. So I might think, I may be wrong, I may be right. Maybe they don't want to finish the Russia role in Indian trade thing. So that can be the reason I think India wants to be neutral. But India never said that they want war. So that is the thing. And India doesn't have any problem with Ukraine. India doesn't have any problem with Russia.
So basically, you just like, okay, it's your business, guys. You do your stuff.
I think
we
so,
stay
yeah.
away, and what we want is just
So from the knowledge I have, I think when I was in Russia, I traveled to Russia. Firstly, when I talked to Russians about the war, even Russians, personally, even the young Russians don't want this war, and even those people are struggling. They are not happy with whatever Putin is doing and whatever Russia is doing to Ukraine. But unfortunately, they are forced to go in the war, right? And eventually, when I was in the Russia, like in January of 2023, I was traveling in Yakutsk and the cold part, and from my experience, even Russians don't want this war.
Okay. Basically, when I traveled in India and I spent my, 2010, I was for half a year in India. Everywhere around India, I've seen the big posters. Welcome to the biggest democracy in the world.
Right.
So what is natural for democracy is that if people don't like something, they revolt, they do manifestations. Indians are famous for the resistance. You had the amazing peaceful movement led by Mahatma Gandhi.
Right.
That's how you got your independence. But Russian society kind of is not thinking that way. So somehow they don't revolt. If they don't want the war, if they are struggling, like why don't they just go out there? Like, in Ukrainians, if we don't like something, we go out there, we manifestate, we want to change things. The same you would do in India. Like, why do you think Russians don't do it?
I don't know what to answer for this. I think I have no answer for this.
Like, obviously there are different points of view here, but some of our
But what do you think? What do you think? Because I think you are a lot more experienced than me. What do you think can be the reason why Russians are not revolting against this?
There are a few reasons, yeah. So number one reason, they are afraid.
Yeah.
Some of them might not want it, and they think that the risk of revolting is just bigger than the succeeding there, yeah. But also you have to remember that some people tell it's Putin's war against Ukraine. But but Putin is not holding the gun, Putin is not riding the tank, so there is such a thing as a collective Putin. And I believe that once there were elections and they were like transparent, Putin received like 85% of the votes. So in general, from my point of view, and this is kind of like seen in the global world, Russians supported the current political state that they have in their country, which means basically they are supporting the war. That's my idea, and this also shows the exact line between Ukrainian and Russian society. That Ukrainians are horizontal society. We have like different revolts here and there. You try to be proactive from the bottom. Russian society is like very subordinate. It's a vertical society where everything starts from the top. So this is my view, and unfortunately, I must say that it looks like most of Russian population unfortunately support this war. There was even, like such a big campaign from Ukrainians when the active phase of the war started, because half of Ukrainians used to speak Russian language before the invasion, basically. And we were sharing a lot of common, let's say, pop stars. So some of the biggest, let's say, YouTubers or Ukrainian pop stars were actually Russian speakers. So they were equally popular in Russia. And when their country attacked full-scale Ukraine, they created the massive campaign talking directly to their followers, to people they love, to people that they were doing the concerts there. Some of the most popular YouTube shows in the Russian language globally were produced by Ukrainians. So all those guys, they were trying to anticipate their audience with zero success, with zero result. And this basically just puts us in the position that we understand that, like, come on guys, like, what the fuck, why are you doing that? So yeah, but let's come back to India. It's an amazing country. I've been there, and I'm very grateful that more and more Indians will be coming to Ukraine, and you are seeing this. And now we just spent like a good part of the day in Lviv. Like, what's your experience personally here when we walked around the city and so on?
The thing is, before coming to Ukraine, like as every other guy outside Ukraine, we all see the news, we all see what's happening, and the media always focus on specific part of Ukraine, and they want us to see specific part of Ukraine. So I've been watching that. I was so scared. I couldn't sleep one night before coming to Ukraine. I was in Poland, and from there, I was keep messaging you. You were helping me, and I think I should thank someone like Orest, who is actually making videos from Lviv and showing the world how is the situation. To be honest, I was confident to come to Ukraine just by watching your videos, just to see the environment, like everybody's walking normally, there is no bombs hitting people.
I mean, 1 month ago there was one, actually.
Okay, but then I think your videos are helping a lot for foreigners to understand what's the situation. So I was really scared, but the moment I came, the moment I crossed the border, everything was so normal. No problem. The moment I come to Lviv, everybody is chilling, having drinks, having coffee, playing with their families and friends. That actually gave me a lot of confidence that now I think I would be safe in Ukraine and nothing is going to happen.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
so like, you as Indian national, you need a visa to Ukraine.
For sure.
Can you, like, let's say for other Indians who might be thinking to come to Ukraine, what did you do in order to come here?
So for us, coming to Ukraine was not easy even before war, because it's very near to Europe. There is a lot of illegal immigrants going from Ukraine to Europe. So the immigration is really strict for Indians in Ukraine. There are many cases of actual travelers coming to Ukraine and they are deported because of some reasons where they couldn't, there can be real travelers or they cannot be real travelers, I'm not sure, but they have been deported a lot of times. That is the normal example of Indians coming to Ukraine. After the war, it has become more difficult. Like for me, it took like 3 weeks, I guess, to get the visa. I was being called in the embassy to give the interview. Like, I haven't been in the tourist visa interview before, but they called me for interview. They asked me why you're going, what's the main purpose. After I give them the answers, after I make them understand that I am a real traveler, I've been to a lot of countries, I go and make videos, I think they were agreed to what I'm saying, and then they issue me the visa. So that's how the process is for Indians. It's very long, it's very tedious, but that's how it is.
Okay. You also had the interview at the border, right?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't forget that.
Tell us about
that. So it's like one of my most craziest immigration. Like I had many crazy immigration in Africa, in those countries, but here it was different because I have been to Russia, and I was scared that maybe that can be the reason they might not allow me to Ukraine. So because I had my Russian visa in my previous passport, I got a new passport just to travel Ukraine, and I had only one visa in my passport, that was Ukrainian visa. So the moment I went to the immigration, the lady was like, why are you going? I'm like, tourism. And she was like, whoa.
No way, no way.
No way, you're not-
Everybody is telling this. We know these guys.
And then, and the moment she saw Indian passport, I think she was like, sure, he's not going for tourism. I think he's doing something wrong. And then she took me to the male representative, the higher authority, and that guy took me to a different room, a small cabin. And then the interview happened with me for like more than 1 hour, I guess. The officer asked me all kinds of questions like why I'm going, what's the main purpose, who I would be meeting in Ukraine, who would be responsible for me while traveling in Ukraine, what is the real reason. Like I told them tourism, but they wouldn't agree. They were like, what is the real reason? Then I told that I'm a vlogger, I'm coming here to show the Ukraine to the world. And then they started understanding. They asked me like all the questions. They made me make a video of me, like telling me who I am. And
So you started your vlog on the checkpoint.
from the
basically.
checkpoint, yeah. But the thing is, they were really nice. I'm not complaining this. I think they are doing their work, and me being from India, I understand that. So they were really nice. In the end, the guy was telling me, "Are you traveling alone?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm traveling alone." And he just pointed to one lady officer, and he was like, "You can take her with you." So they were really
okay.
chill in the end. I think they were really friendly. So no complaints for that. But yeah.
They did professionally, right?
Yeah, they did professionally.
Yeah.
No issues at all.
Okay, cool. And now you are here, we met, and I'm very grateful that you came, because this gives us a chance to speak to the world,
Yeah.
to show the real situation on the ground, and basically build more and more international bridges
Yeah.
in order to reach peace and to make this world a better place.
Of
So-
course, I think you should come to Ukraine. I think after my experience in Lviv, I think it's totally doable. You can travel independently. There are so many hostels operating, no issues. You can just book and come.
You pay with the card.
Yeah, you can
everywhere.
pay with your card. ATMs are working perfectly fine. Not like Russia.
Ah,
In Russia, there is sanctions, so you cannot use your
Okay,
ATM
okay.
cards. So yeah, everything is normal. You can come to Lviv. I think Lviv is pretty fine. I don't know how the other parts of Ukraine.
Yeah, like this is worth telling that this is basically your just second day in Ukraine, and
Yeah.
this is the start of your journey, right?
Right.
So guys, if you want to follow what's happened afterwards, please subscribe to
course.
Wishnu channel, and I wish you a good experience in
Thank you so
further
much. Thank you
areas
so
in
much,
Ukraine.
Orest. I really
Yeah.
want to thank you, because with your message, with your so much support, I really had the confidence to come to Ukraine, or else I think it would have been a very crazy experience for me otherwise.
You're always welcome.
Thank you so much.
Baya. All the best.
Dakuyu,
And,
Dakuyu.
yeah.
You said Dakuyu, yeah?
Дякую, yes. And welcome, and have all your best experience in Ukraine.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, so this young man, what's your name?
Sabyasachi.
Sebesachi just approached me and asked like, where are you from? What are you doing here?
What is your convenience regarding Ukraine and Russia war?
My convenience?
Yes.
Well, it's definitely, I don't feel convenient at all. So yesterday there was the largest attack on Ukrainian cities, and you've seen this on the news.
Yes, yes. In news I have seen all the some circumstances of what is the Ukrainian cry up situation, and actually the most critical part is they just smash the old age people and children. So they have to bombing repeatedly and
Civilian
and
population.
smash the economic condition of Ukraine. It's a great threat to international issues, and I think it's stop it. Just stop it.
I mean, it's definitely very bad. Ukrainians have no choice because Russia is attacking us,
Yes,
right?
yes, Russia
And
is
they
the
just
most communist party, communism approach, and they just try to supremacy over the world.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
crazy stuff. What do you think about this? It should not be like that.
They behave like autocrats, you know.
Mm.
So I think we should little bit about harmony of
Yeah.
all the countries, because common brotherhood is the symbol of India, and Swami Vivekananda is the root predominant guide
Yeah, and actually India stands for peace, right?
India stands for peace and common brotherhood,
Yeah.
and fraternity, and all the things is love is the beauty of everything.
We agree.
Yes.
We agree.
Yes, of
But
course.
we are defending ourselves. You know,
Yes, yes.
we are not the one who initiated this.
Yes. But our Prime Minister is, let's say, a big step on these issues, and I think our Foreign External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaisankar, is totally in touch about this critical phenomena.
Yeah,
which is
I have to give credit to your Prime Minister because he openly told that 21st century and modern age is not the time for aggressive
Yes,
wars,
of course,
right?
yes. It's a
But at the same time, India didn't condemn Russia.
yes. No. Actually, India is friendly relation with Ukraine and Russia. Also,
Yeah.
actually, both are the neighboring country, the Western countries, and we think actually they just tie up with smooth friendly relation to build up smoothly trade relation to build up separate peaceful negotiation.
Yeah,
I think it's a very optimistic approach towards the Russia end, and all the UN participants are take a step on these issues, basically Russia and Ukraine issues.
I completely agree with you, my friend. And you know, everybody wants to live peacefully.
Yes.
So what would be the next step, in your opinion, if Russia is already occupying 20% of Ukraine?
Yes. Actually, Russia's next step is, I think, they just friendly relation. They just talking to the Ukraine president and just abrogate the war. Just behave like a lovable, friendly relation with Ukraine.
Yeah.
And cut out the actually aggressive attitude.
Yeah.
Hostile nature. And
You see, please listen to this smart man, dear Russians, because this is the way to go in the modern world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
And all the best to India. So meet my friend Bakhar. Hello.
Hello.
We just made it to the river. Beautiful sunset view. Things are happening. The barges are going. People are enjoying their good time over here. It's pretty busy. So how was your day?
It's fine. It's good.
Thank you for taking the time to meet me.
It's my pleasure.
And using the opportunity, I would like to ask you, what do you know about Ukraine, for example? You know?
It's a very nice country. Actually, what the media showing, and we don't believe it actually.
You don't believe what?
Yeah, it does the war between the Russians and Ukrainians like that.
So you don't believe that there is war, or you don't believe what the media is telling?
We don't believe the wrong thing,
Okay.
which is because every country is their own beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm very glad that you are from Ukraine. So, and it's my pleasure that I will be with you and explore the city with you.
Yeah.
And generally I cancel my schedule for you.
Nice,
Huh?
nice. So what is the public opinion in India about the war between Russia and Ukraine?
Yeah, the war between the Russian and Ukraine, the India do believe that Russian is attacking the Ukraine because of some diplomatic and internal issue, but it should be stopped immediately, which is we support. We basically Indian, it's a very diversity country, you know. You have been in India, so it's a very diversity country. So I don't think so any Indian want to any war between the two countries, because we are very love to the culture. And again, we have some word in Sanskrit, Atithu Dev Bhava. That means the guest, came from the world, we welcoming from our heart.
So, yep, let's hope this will happen. Obviously, the intensity of war is still pretty strong, you know, and we'll see what will happen. But I think it's also very important to speak out to the world, and India plays here a key role.
Yes.
And you know, you can participate in a peace dealing process as well. But peace dealing process here, not at the expense of Ukraine, obviously. You know, so this is also something important to keep in mind. So yeah. Okay, thank you, Indians.
Thank you.
Very peaceful, very nice people, in my opinion. And you know what? India has a big place in my heart because my life changed because of India all the way back in 2010.
Really?
Yes. When I finished law faculty in Ukraine,
Okay.
I was looking for some adventures in life, and I found an internship in Delhi. So I was assisting a high-profile lawyer
Okay.
for 6 months in Delhi. So I traveled all around India, and I appreciate how diverse this country is and how many faces actually it does. So this trip to India all the way like back 13 years ago really changed my perspective on many things, and also developed my curiosity about travel and about the world. So thank you very much for this as well.
Thank you very much. And I would like to ask if anyone watching this video, please come to visit India, especially Kolkata, the city of joy, which is different from any other state from the India.
This is true. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Oh, Vishnu! Welcome back in Lviv.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
How are you doing, my friend?
Everything is nice. Yeah,
High five.
yeah. Yeah, everything is good. Orest, I think you really helped me a lot in my trip, and I think with your help, I was able to do everything like no problem at all.
So what did you do? Like, where have you been to? For how
so
long
from
here?
Lviv, I went to Kharkiv by train, and from Kharkiv, I spent few days there. I went to Izium, and from back to Kharkiv, and then from Kharkiv I came to Kiev, and in Kiev I think I spent like 3-4 days, and from Kiev then I came back to Lviv. Yeah, I was planning to go to Odessa, but I think because I wanted to go to Poland, I just came back to Kiev. But I think everything was nice. I just had like 1 or 2 experiences where I was like little bit scared because of I think maybe the defense system, you can say, or what can I say, like
Its air defense system was working.
Air defense system
Where?
was working. I think it was in Kiev. Like I was sleeping in a hostel, and the sound wake me up, and it was so loud. Like I haven't heard such a loud sound ever in my life. But the other mates in my hostel, they were so chill. Like they were just doing their own stuff. So that from this I can understand. Like you guys have seen like so much more than I think that sound, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. And how was Kharkiv? Like, you did all the way to the east.
Yeah, Kharkiv was bit like not as you can say lively as Kiev or Lviv. Like there were less people, like traffic was less, and the kind of vibe I was experiencing in Lviv and Kiev, that was not there in Kharkiv. Of course, because most of the people left that city, but still people are coming slowly. Like I have seen like few cafes like starting in last 15 days. So they are starting up new businesses and stuff. So it's getting back to normal. There have been a few places where I have seen a lot of destruction in Kharkiv, but I think it was really nice for me, like no problem at all.
Okay. And like, so you would compare the liveliness of Kiev and Lviv, like more or less similar, yeah?
I think Kiev was more lively, I guess.
Even more lively than Lviv?
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I think because it was I was out during Saturday and Sunday. Maybe that might be the reason. Like I've seen like so many people. I couldn't believe that a war is going on in this country.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice. Like everyone are playing music. Like people are dancing in the streets. So I don't think like I ever felt that there's something happening in this.
Crazy, yeah. So like you did all the way to the east, even from Kharkiv, you did it to Izium.
Yeah.
The city which was under occupation.
Right.
What can you tell about this?
Izium is really sad place for me specifically, because I've been talking to some people there, and I came to hear like really sad stories. So for me, it was really emotional and it was really sad for me. But that city has gone through a lot. Like half of the place is damaged, and you could see destructions like pretty much everywhere. That city was probably the only city where I've seen like most destruction in all Kyiv, in all Ukraine. Yeah, I think also because it's very near to the front line, maybe because it's like just if you go a little far, it's I think Donetsk. I think am I right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Donbass,
Donbass area, yeah.
Donbass area. But still, like for me, it was really fine because it's already been 1 year for that incident. So now it's really nice, but like you could still see the effect. Which
How is Bucha and Irpin? You know, like those tragic places. How are they doing now?
I think from the information I had, I was thinking that those places are going to be similar as what I have seen in Izium. But from my surprise, like those cities are like getting rebuilt and reconstruction is happening very fast. And I think if you go to Bucha, you can't even say that something happened in that place. But in Irpin, you can still see some destructed place and destructed building. But it's really getting reconstructed really fast, and like I can't, like one of my friends showed me a picture like before and after, and I can't believe that this is that same place where this happened. So I think Irpin and Bucha is like the work is really happening really fast there. Yeah, but rest for me it was, I think it was good experience.
Okay, interesting. So now, like for the end, you seen most of Ukraine, right? Now you're back in Lviv.
Really?
I mean, no, not of course not, but you've seen quite a few
Yeah.
places that others would not even dare to go to. You're back in Lviv, and tomorrow you're leaving back
To Poland.
to Poland.
Yeah.
What can you tell about Ukraine to people who are thinking to come here or not?
You know, I asked the same question to a lot of locals. From my experience, I think it's just 2 weeks for me. You know, like for me, I can't really recommend anybody, but I can't really say that it's like 100% safe. Of course, like war is going on, like anything can happen anytime. But it's very less that you would get struck with the missile and die. That's what from my experience, you know. But it's not safe. Like I cannot say that Ukraine is safe right now, but anything can happen. But it's also possible. It's not something like it's not possible. Like if you have like a little bit of adventure spirit, then I think you can do it.
Absolutely.
So actually these were the messages that we got from India. Personally, to me it was pretty interesting, and I discovered a lot. It also showed the way how many people can think differently depending on the place of their origin. But also what have been proved is that people all over the world, as a rule, want to live peacefully. Obviously there are those bastards who are not committed to peace, but overall I believe together we are able to make this world a better place. Thank you for watching. Let's continue staying with Ukraine and just carry on. See you in the upcoming videos. Good luck!